There once was a human who hated their job. They tried to escape it, but could not. Due to laws. They wished to feel freer, to do as they wished. They no longer wanted to serve boss's dish. They grumbled and groaned, could not see a way out. They'd get up in the morning and quietly shout, "How I detest this job that I have." It just isn't worth it. It makes me unglad. But they'd grumble and groan, and they'd slowly get dressed, and they'd drive to their job, though it made them depressed. They'd sit in their spot and do their small task. Day in and day out, they did what was asked. The pressure was mounting, more antsy each day. They needed a release. They had to find a way. In daytime, they betrayed their heart and divulged so at night, in their free time, they had to indulge. TVs and games, things playing at night. It had a feeling of balancing out, making right. It helped them forget the trouble they were in. It helped them feel happy. It helped them to grin. This wasn't quite exactly what their heart had wanted. Their deepest desires would have to stay stunted. But this was something, some way to feel free. Some way to relax and say, "This is me." There was no space in their life for their heart. Just enough space to fill up on art. For the next day would come, and they would work once more. But they'd never go back. If their heart was quite more in charge of the things that they got to do. They played it safe. So that they knew where their next meal would come from. And how they would pay rent. Even though all the time they were buying wasn't well spent. They had good little things over here, over there. They couldn't throw it all away in despair. Just because it wasn't entirely right. This was something they needed to do. This was their fight. Though a feeble and half-hearted fight, it appeared. It was the best fight they had, while still keeping their fears. They would run out of money if they decided to stop. Then soon they'd be exposed to the elements and the cops. Probably none of their dreams would come together on time. and they'd die very soon before turning to crime. Well, they'd probably steal before they'd starve away, but which jail would be a worse place to stay? The jail where you make handshakes and follow contracts, or the jail where they put you behind metal racks. It's impossible to say, though one seemed more unpleasant. So they decided to stay in the jail of the present. Their hearts still cried out every time they went in, but it started to get drowned out and wear thin. Till eventually they couldn't hear their heart anymore, and all that remained was their play and their chores.